Welcome back, everybody, to the Ungrim and Thorgrim playthrough. This is, of course, Michael with Gaming for Immersion, together with Immersioneer. We are a duo of Dwarven Kings here. I am, of course, Ungrim, up here with Karat Kadrin, and Immersioneer is playing as Thorgrim. He, in the tail end of the last episode, won a massive battle against, I want to say, what was it, 6,000 or 7,000 Skaven that we fought against in that battle. So
10,000.
yeah, so we have the mopping up. Yeah, in the legends that we tell later on, it will be 20,000 probably. But anyway, so we're going to have a little bit of mopping up to do over here, I think, at the beginning of this episode. And then also we're going to have a battle up here where I am currently encircling the last settlement of Azag the Conqueror up here. And then that'll take up a big chunk of this episode, probably, to fight those two battles. Then we're going to have to figure out strategically what we're going to do beyond that, because in particular, our southern boundary is just surrounded by legendary lords who hate us. So we got to prepare for war long term down there. But anyway, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. First things first is to take care of these remnants of our current enemies. So do you have anything to add?
No. Yeah. I mean, what you're securing now is called Northern World's Edge. So as far as dwarves are concerned, this is the world's edge, and that's all that needs to be secured, right?
Yeah, well, I think there might be, if we take a look, I should, thank you for reminding me, by the way, I should point out that we're, of course, focused on doing this legendary grudge of Retake the Realms. We're going to do others as well, but this is our main priority for this campaign, and it does look like that is the northernmost of any of the provinces that we have to take for that particular grudge. So yeah, that would be good. At that point, once we finish off Azag right here, we will have the northern part of the the classic ancient Dwarven Empire under control, and so then we'll that'll open up some more opportunities for what we want to do.
Maybe we'll leave one army there, and you can come down south with me.
Yeah,
and I can always just give you money every turn from my coffers, right? And just
I think I'm doing okay economy-wise. I'm not doing as well as you, but I'm okay.
Like beef up the defenses and just make sure we're secure.
Yeah. I mean, this is legendary difficulty, of course, so there's always more things to more problems to juggle than there are resources to easily handle them all. So that's just kind of the name of the game. But I think I should be able to maintain the defenses of these two northernmost provinces fairly easily, and still be able to send some help down to the south. Because I don't want you to have all the fun down there. So
yeah.
All right. Well, why don't we go ahead and do your battle first? You can finish off the Skaven here as much as possible, and then we'll do my battle up in the north.
All right. So who do I attack here? I can reach all three of these. I mean, Thrin is the leader, isn't he?
No, the leader is Tretch Craventail, who is he must be wounded because we're not seeing him on any of those armies.
Okay.
So obviously Alchemist Spark, in terms of pure numbers, his army is the smallest, but honestly I don't remember what the army composition is. I know all three of those armies had a lot of rubbish in them, so you should...
Mostly Skaven slaves for all of them. I mean, from what I can see, actually this is the best units. This guy's got 3 Clanrat spears, three more Clanrat spears, Clanrat shields, only a couple of Skaven slaves and slingers.
This is Alchemist Spark that you're talking about?
Yeah, Alchemist Spark. Yeah.
Okay.
It's half stack, but it is highest quality. It's 12 units with 2 heroes, but they are the highest quality units.
Okay, so I mean, honestly, do you have enough movement to fight 2 more? Yeah, I think it looks like you might have enough movement to do 2 more battles. So you could probably fight Alchemist Spark first, and then if we don't take much in the way of casualties, which we should be okay, then you could probably turn around and wipe out one of the others as well.
I'm rolling in. Decisive victory predicted. Fight battle, right? Yep, you get to join.
Joining team.
Yeah, let's make sure. I guess the goal here is to wipe them out entirely, right?
Yeah, well, the goal is certainly to. Well, they'll get wiped out automatically, provided they lose, because they've already retreated once this turn. So you can only an army can only retreat once in a turn. If he loses a second battle, he's automatically completely wiped out. So it shouldn't be too bad. I would say our number one priority is just to try to not lose much in the way of casualties. Because we're going to win.
Yeah, we got artillery.
Yeah, exactly. They'll probably launch the Menace Belows at us right away, or as soon as they become available. So we want to make sure that we're prepared for those.
Menace Below, is that one of the units in their army that does that, or is that like
no? That's anytime they fight a battle in a province that has any Skaven corruption. They automatically get a certain number of Menace Belows based on what that level of corruption is. And then, in addition to that, they can spend food to gain additional charges of Menace Below. Now, I don't think the AI tends to do that very often, but as a player, that's something you can do.
Okay. All right, how do we want to deal with this? I guess we want to stay away from the forest so our artillery can bombard them.
Yeah, for sure. They're likely to try to use the forest as they're coming forward, because they would be dumb not to. Are you going to gift me missile units?
Yeah, do you want missile? Yeah, I can't remember what we did last time, to be honest. But yeah, shall I give you missile?
To be honest, I don't. I think you gave me the melee units last time because. Well,
it's fine. I can give you. Do you want gyrocopters as well? Or?
It's up to you. I have no particular preference. I'll happily take whatever you want to give me.
I think we're going to be standing there. So why don't you control the artillery? I'll take the gyrocopters because they're probably micro heavy.
Yeah.
And then I can give you some people. Let's put where's our damage dealers are the Longbeards, right?
Actually, damage dealers would be all of your missile units, including the artillery. Longbeards are extremely sturdy, but they're the anvil part of a hammer and anvil. Your best offensive melee infantry are your hammerers.
Okay. I thought so. That's what they will stand in the back and protect the artillery.
I think that's a good idea. I would even have them facing the artillery. It's very likely that the Menace Belows are going to be used to target the back line here.
So why don't I give you these two?
Okay, that's fine.
So this little dwarf unit is just going to stay there. Yeah. Do you want the miners?
Give me one of the miners, maybe.
Yeah, I'll give you the healthiest one, 65. Whereas I should have merged them.
No, it's fine. A half a unit of miners is every bit as good as a unit of clan rats that's going to appear. It'll be fine. Okay, so I'm just going to focus in the early going on keeping the Menace Belows off of the artillery. You don't need to worry about the Menace Belows unless I call your attention to them. I will keep an eye on them, and you can focus on whatever.
Do you want the hero as well? I'll give you the shooting hero, because you got the artillery.
Okay.
And Thorgrim will be here in the middle.
Sounds good.
We got warlords. All right, yeah, we're ready.
I think so.
Our artillery can reach them straight away, right?
Let me just double check that, but looks like yes. Yes, we can.
We actually lost a gyrocopter in the previous episode.
Well, we did fight 20,000 Skaven.
Yeah.
That's going to happen.
Oh, I love artillery.
Yeah, Dwarven artillery is some of the best in the game.
Yeah, that's why I love them.
Probably until 2 DLCs ago, they were the best in the game, but then there's a new legendary lord for the humans, for the Empire, named Elspeth von Draken, and she's got really good artillery now as well.
Yeah. What about the Cathay? Don't they also have some?
They do, but I would say I personally think that the Dwarven and the Imperial artillery are better. Okay, here comes the first miss below. I'm on top of it. You don't need to worry about it.
Awesome.
They're already running away.
Off we go! Range far, range fast!
Yeah, this is going pretty swimmingly right now. Your Corrler should be opening fire here soon, and then they're not going to withstand too much more in the way of damage. They'll start suffering in army losses here pretty soon.
Yeah, the Quarrelers haven't even gotten started. Oh, now they have. Yeah, that's it. Oh.
Okay, the Menace below is actually up in your front line now. He's on your Quarrelers.
Oh, that's fine.
I've got one of the hammerers headed your way. Okay, they're broken. Let's make sure now that we get some damage on Alchemist Bark himself back there.
Show us the target, Lord! Sir!
Okay, I'm not seeing any more Menace belows. That might be it.
Oh, their hero is running in. What was he doing?
It is a reckoning! That'll do!
Yeah, at this point, I think it's just a little bit more damage here to Alchemist Bark, and I think it's going to be game over.
Let the vengeance begin! Anad!
Did you drop any bombs? I didn't even pay any attention
I did,
to that.
yeah. One of the units came right below me. I only dropped 4, to be honest. Right, I'm gonna fly over these slingers and drop some bombs on them. Oh, we got artillery smacking them as well.
Yeah. I would say any moment
like-
now they're going to shatter.
Yeah. We're gonna start dropping bombs, and that should be it.
Yeah, that'll do it for them. They're wavering. Alchemist Bark still has 47 leadership right now, so he is somehow still in this fight, which surprises me because Skaven are not known for their bravery.
No.
However, he's pretty much the last remaining unit over there.
Even the leaders?
Yeah, even the leaders, particularly for Clan Rictus. Tretch Craventail, I mean, there's a reason why his name is Craventail.
Mm-hmm.
Now, yeah, you're right that the heroes and lords have better leadership than the regular units do, but they're still not great. Okay, one of my units has used all its ammunition. Oh,
Yeah.
that's probably the...
Oh, did the gyrocopters.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay. Got
No mere victory. Fates were rewritten, destinies ended, and the immutable changed. All because of you, Michael.
all because of me.
For that artillery fire.
Yeah, I doubt if it was all because of me. It's half because of me. Half because of you.
Thorgrim and Ungrim, right? You are Ungrim, I'm Thorgrim.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, I mean, if you look at the casualty, at the kill counts here, one of the catapults did do 134, which is the most.
More than gyrocopters, yeah.
Yeah, even more than the gyrocopters.
I'm not sure about those, like, ballistae. Like, do they actually... Until large, I guess. So I guess I'm keeping them for in case we run into large.
And also, these numbers that you see here can be misleading because you get a count whether you kill a Skaven slave or whether you kill a monster or a hero. So I was having the ballista firing at Alchemist Bark himself for a big part of that battle. So
Okay.
that's probably why they have fewer kills. Whereas the catapults, I spent a long time firing them into the middle of the Skaven slave slingers.
Okay. Drink to victory. Unit experience. Income from mobility control +5. Armor replenished by 6%. Or oath gold in treasury.
It's up to you. How much treasure would you get?
474 in oath gold. I'm gonna do that. I mean, we have fine on casualties. Yeah. All right. Enemy killed in battle. Nurglost. Enemy killed in battle. Alchemist Spark.
Yep.
Do I have enough movement for Thrin or Mechanical Scuttle?
Okay, I cannot see what's in either one of those armies, so it's obviously... I think you can beat either one of those armies, regardless of which one you choose, but, which one would
Thrin
be...
is level 7 hero, and he has 3 Clanrat Spears, 4 Clanrat Spears, Skaven Slave Spears, Clanrats, two of those. In fact, 3 Clanrats, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, then 3 Skaven Slaves, 7 Slingers, and 1 Night Runners. I feel like we would get more XP and loot from him because he's a level 7.
Probably. Yeah.
Right. The other guy is a Warlord, level 3. Yeah, let's get Thrin.
Yep, let's do it.
To battle!
Rolling in.
The only unfortunate thing is you're not getting any additional settled grudges.
Yeah,
Since you've
that's a
already
shame.
beaten them this turn, but that's fine.
Oh, I like that, man. This guy looks really cool. He's got those, like, what you call them? Knuckles. I don't know, those claws.
You're talking about Thrin?
Thrin, yeah.
I would say here the priority unit out of all these, besides Thrin himself, the priority unit is the Night Runners. They have stealth, so we won't see them until they're close. And if we allow them to just stand there and throw their javelins at us, they'll do a little bit of damage to us. Almost nothing else in his army is going to be able to do much damage to us unless we let them get into our back line. Now, once again, they are going to do the Menace Below on us. I would recommend maybe setting up here, where we're at that, or like here, where we're at the top of the hill.
Mm-hmm. So we can fire in between the forests, right?
Well...
Oh, no, wait, where
no,
are they?
not in between the forests. I'm more worried about having high ground because where we're positioned on the downward slope right now, it's harder to rely on missile units, including artillery, to actually fire. The catapults would be able to do it because they have indirect fire, but like the bolt throwers might not fire because they don't have a good
arc of fire.
Exactly.
So like so I'm just broadly speaking.
Okay, so you gave me all 3 miners this time. That's fine. That's cool.
Yeah. I think you just place them around so they can respond to these menaces.
Okay, so if I'm going to spread out the artillery like right here. That puts them in good range for all of the enemies. And then I'm going to use the other units that you gave me mostly for anti-Menace Below duty for the beginning of this fight.
It is a reckoning!
Yeah, so maybe something
For the ancestors!
like so. I'll move them maybe a little bit further forward. Reinforce my right flank with hammerers. Get the gyrocopters out there. So do you want to just maybe move up a little bit? Or do you think you're gonna be fine?
Yeah, I can move up a little bit. I put them at sort of the almost max range, so that they would have the longest amount of time before they get to us. But it's fine.
Nice.
It's fine. Plus, I can see that you're in a good location there. You're right at the.
I'll move here, yeah. Yeah. So that.
Okay. Yeah, you still have the high ground there, so that's good.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'm sorry.
You want your correlers to have a good line of fire
yeah.
to shoot over the heads of the rank in front of them, but they do.
All right. Like so, I think we should be good.
Yep.
All right. Starting. Right.
Okay.
Boom. Gyrocopters moving out. Ooh, catapults loading. Gotta get the cannons soon. Whoa.
Yeah, a lot of them are heading into the trees, and so I'm going to try to avoid shooting at the units in the trees because that will, the trees will definitely protect them.
I feel like we need to.
The next kill is ours. The clans unite.
Gonna reposition just a tiny bit because they're I like it that they're actually taking cover in the trees.
Yeah, it's smart. Your gyro bombers are taking a little bit of damage there.
Yeah. I was about to say.
Okay, we got
fire.
menace below here. I've got it taken care of. Don't worry about it.
Cheers.
We are relentless.
Yeah. Oh, there's Thrin in the forest as well.
For the ancestor gods.
I'm gonna do a bombing run.
Okay, probably about time for another menace below to pop up. Okay, sure enough, there it is. And popped up in the very convenient location for us, so no problem at all. Do we see the Night Runners? Yes, the Night Runners are right here. You may want to prioritize trying to shoot them.
I sent Thorgrim on them.
Yeah, that'll be good. If you can bog them down in melee, that definitely is suboptimal for them.
Oh, are they melee?
No, they throw javelins. They're hybrid. They can fight in
okay.
melee, but they're better if they can stand back and throw their javelins. So they're sort of like skirmishers.
Maybe say, are your artilleries firing at their slingers?
It was last time I targeted somebody. I think they still are.
Get him! Let the vengeance begin!
And actually, I'm going to start firing at Thrin himself as well.
Let the vengeance begin! Stop!
Okay, I think most of their army is taken care of now. It's just going to come down to Thrin. So I'm going to have both of the bolt throwers thrown at him here pretty soon. Now these, maybe I just have a bad angle hitting these Skaven Slave Slingers over here on the right flank, because they've lived longer than I expected.
Show us the target, Lord! Yes! Yes!
Thorgrim has charged forward to take out Thrin.
Yeah, that's a good use of Thorgrim. He should have no trouble.
Move now!
Now that the Menace Belows have stopped, I'm going to send those Hammerers forward to help you out, but you'll probably have them taken care of before I get there.
Oh, victory!
Oh, he's running away.
He's gonna die anyway, right?
He will, but still try to kill him with maybe your gyro bombers before he gets away, because you'll get more loot out of it.
Oh, okay.
I have the...
I think he's got 300 HP. We'll get him.
Yeah, I've got the artillery firing on him as well, but he's almost out of range.
Oh, gyrocopters, go, go, go. Oh, I think they slow down in the forest. Ugh. Come on. We need altitude. Oh, come on.
He's 324, so the artillery didn't do any damage to him at all while he was running away there. That's kind of par for the course. There we go. There we go. That's, well, you did 11 points of damage to him.
Oh, 11 points. I have my bombs. If I can just, I'm not sure what's better, if I keep firing on him or catch up to him.
I would say, based on what just happened, I would try to fly over him and drop some bombs on him. At the very least, it might knock him down.
I don't think I can catch up with him. I'm going to try firing on him. Maybe you can knock him over.
He's down to 292. I think he's going to get away. Sorry. Well, you did about 40 points to him that time.
Direct hit. Oh, what are you doing? Oh, he's out of range. I'm fine. The rat.
All right, well, it's okay. He is going to get wiped out. It just means a little bit less loot for you.
Fine.
I should have paid a little bit of attention to what time we started, but we still have time. Time to do my battle now. Hate to see a lord get away with that little health. But it happens.
Fine, we got cash. Good. I'm hoping we can get to the third army. Wipe these Skaven out clean.
I don't think you're going to be able to.
Yeah.
I'm still on the loading screen here.
No worries.
Your PC is obviously faster than mine.
Only by a tiny bit. I'll wait for you for about 10 seconds and that's it.
I think it's going to be more than 10 seconds this time.
Why?
I'm still on the loading screen here. There we go. Now I'm done.
Yeah. Decisive victory. What do I get? Loot 170.
Yeah, so you might have gotten, I don't know, maybe 400 or 500 if we had killed the Lord.
Right,
So it's-
execute and loot. There can be no dead weight from any grudges remain. Strip the bodies of valuables and move on. Yes. Rin,
Yeah,
dead.
you do not have enough movement left to take out that last army.
I don't think there's any point in chasing it, right? I'll just head for Mount Silver Spear.
Do you have enough movement left to go into encampment stance?
Nope.
Okay.
Just march.
Okay.
Yeah,
so,
I got. Well, yeah, I need 25%, right? I think, and I got something less, 18%.
Okay. Yeah, it would be nice if you could go into encampment stance for 2 reasons. Number 1, that would give you replenishment even in enemy territory.
Oh, yeah.
And number 2, and probably the more important reason when you're standing in Skaven territory, is you have a big bonus to avoid being ambushed when you're in encampment stance. So a lot of times when you're moving through Skaven territory, it's a good idea to actually make sure you're ending every turn in encampment stance to avoid letting them ambush you.
Okay. Yeah. We also talked a little bit about Oath Gold at the end of the previous episode, but I don't think there's anything I want. Just
How much do you have now?
280.
When you get to
I'm gonna wait for
300, yeah, once you get to 300, that at least for me, I really like making character runes at the beginning of the game, but you know, there's lots to choose from. That's just sort of.
Terra, Rune of Fear could do.
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and fight my battle up here.
Yep.
If you're ready for another one, this is
Ready.
Decisive Victory, which they do outnumber us, but of course we've got better units overall. So let's go ahead
Gotta
and.
get Scragga bigger gip.
What are you looking at?
There is a character standing next to you. So this is Bone Rattlers.
Oh.
Nagabad Muchraka.
Yeah, there's a hero. There's a river.
Oh, it's a
troll.
hero? Okay.
Yeah, river troll hag here, right next to me. So she's not going to be a part of this battle. So, wide open field, not much in the way of trees. They do have 4 units of cavalry that we're going to want to be careful about them getting around into our back line. The good news is even our missile units there are hybrid units, so they can handle themselves in melee. It's a little suboptimal for them to get bogged down by the enemy cavalry, but it wouldn't be the end of the world. Do you have a preference as to what I give you here?
Let me. So I mean, this is gonna be just us charging downhill, knowing.
They
That's kind of how your army is set up, no?
They might come towards us. I don't know. We don't really have any way to draw them towards us if they don't start coming towards us right away. So we need to be prepared to move towards them. But if they come towards us, then we don't even need to move.
I think maybe give me the pirate, Slayer pirates, and maybe the mage, so I can micro, and then you just get everything else because you're gonna be like the front line.
Okay.
I might try to like flank. No.
Let's go ahead and.
I can put 2 units on each side and try and flank and shoot them in the back.
By mage, I presume you mean the runesmith. Yeah, that works for me. So I'm going to actually go ahead and set up 2 different strike teams here. Ungrim is going to take 1 strike team on the left flank, and this is my 1. And then I'm going to have Garagrim here, his son, with the strike team on the right flank over here. And if they don't start coming towards us right away, then I will start moving towards them. And I would say, in terms of the pirates, all you need to make sure of is that you try to stay behind the front line. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm actually going to take 2 of these Slayers out of my army, and I'm going to gift them to you. So you can use those 2 Slayers that I gave you as a screening force for your missile units.
That's actually a good idea, yeah.
Because they will probably try to use their cavalry to get around our flank.
Okay, let me hold maybe the right flank then, or how do we? Or maybe how about we take this forest, this one, take this forest, and fight them inside of there. That will negate all of their orc boys, archer boys.
Okay, well let's.
And their cavalry.
Yeah, we could certainly try that. It's going to depend on whether we have to go towards them or they come towards us. Okay. So if they do start coming towards us, then certainly we can stay in those woods. Okay, you ready?
Yeah,
I'm gonna go ahead and start out moving into the woods, and we'll wait and see how they react to that. So.
Are you running or walking?
I'm running. In vanilla, there's not very much of a penalty for running at the beginning like this. They're going to stay back, so we're not going to be able to stay in these woods. It's fine. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have Ungrim's strike team over here on the left side of Stonehenge here, and then I'm going to move Garagrim's strike team around the right-hand side of it.
Okay, and where do I go?
Anywhere you want to.
I will stay on the right flank to protect from those pump wagons.
Okay.
I'll be most used there.
Yeah, it does look like he's got the majority of his cavalry over there on that flank, so that's good. He might end up bringing some around our left flank as well. If I see that happening, I will let you know.
Cool.
And we're going to go ahead and move you guys forward like so. And you do know your runesmith has got multiple abilities there. Some of them buff us, some of them debuff the enemy, and then of course there's the rune of Wrath and Ruin, which is that nice explosion. I don't remember what the range of it is.
Speed. I can give you speed and melee attack.
Okay.
Hexes. Oh yeah, explosion.
All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and start charging forward here because he's using magic on us, and I don't want to let him just keep casting spells on me.
On our way.
On.
And same thing over here on the right flank, although I'm going to do this a little bit more conservatively on the right flank.
Oh, they're all moving.
Okay, we do have some cavalry over here on our left flank. Just FYI. Okay. They're actually doing some pretty decent damage to me over here, so we need to keep moving forward here on the right flank. All right. We've got them in fairly bad shape now on the left flank. We took a lot of damage, but it's okay. Let's go ahead and get some of these buffs going here.
I think we should be able to start firing in just a second.
On my way. Cut their head-spitting tongues out! To strike! Yes! Drain them! Vengeance! Azag! Kill them! Go! Charge! Axes out!
Alright, looking pretty good on the left flank. How are we doing over here on the right?
Yeah. Nice. The cavalry is committed
Okay.
to your
good.
rightmost unit, so I'm going to charge them.
Thorgrim Iron Fist!
Where is the,
Chop them in two!
where's the enemy lord? I lost track of him. The wizard. Is he in the trees?
Aye!
Do you know?
The enemy lord.
I think he might be
No
in, the
idea.
in the trees.
I'm
still.
completely lost.
Okay. It's alright. We got it.
Dwarf honor is at stake!
Yep. There he is. I found him.
Azag! Drain the ox! Catherine will march!
I was hiding in there, wasn't I?
Okay, over here. Okay, your runesmith is fighting some chariots back
Yeah.
there.
Azag!
I'm going to turn one of my slayers around to help out over there.
Slayer Prince! The Gorm way, this!
Okay, let's go ahead and finish off.
Thorgrim Iron Fist!
There we go. All right. The only priority now, the only thing that matters is to kill Nagbad Muckraka there, the level 1 lord, if that's possible. So if you would have all of the Slayer Pirates open fire on him, that would be wunderbar.
Sorry, say that again?
This guy right here, the level 1 lord running away. If you can have the Slayer Pirates fire on him. We're probably not going to get him.
We're out of ammo, unfortunately.
Oh, okay. So, all right, well, then never
everybody.
mind. We are faster than he is because we are fast for a dwarf. Slayers are fast for dwarves. So, we've got a chance here.
If only my runesmith was there, I could give you the speed boost.
Yeah, where is he? Oh, he's way far away. That's all
Way
right.
far, yeah, sorry.
That's okay. That's okay. I'm just trying to get some of my units to surround him and slow him down a little bit. Okay, hopefully that's enough. Come on, guys, hurry up here. Okay, I'm going to speed up. Yeah, he's taking some damage now. We got him pretty well surrounded, slowing him down, doing about 100 points to him every few seconds. Yeah, he's down to 700, 400. There we go. Okay, ending battle.
Close victory.
Well, we took actually a fair amount of casualties there.
Yeah.
Slayers do a lot of damage, but they can be relatively fragile. They have a little bit of, I think they have a little physical resistance. It might be ward safe, but I think it's physical resistance that they have.
Yeah, one of your Slayer units almost wiped out.
Yeah. But you can see their kill counts.
Yeah, 131. How many units is it per stack?
For a Slayer,
Yeah.
I think they start with 80.
Yeah. 1 for 2 almost.
Well, and that was the worst of any of my Slayer. Actually, no, the second worst. No, the third. No, never mind. I forget I said that. Middle of the pack. But the first 4 units in the army there all did more kills. One of those Slayer Pirates got 94. Again, it's hard to judge based on those numbers. That's why when this loading screen finishes, if you hover over it, it tells you not only how many kills they had, but how much damage they inflicted, which is a more accurate way probably to get a sense of how they did in battle. Anyway, as long as I didn't lose any units, that's really the only thing that matters. So, I'm going to go ahead and occupy, and Azag the Slaughterer, faction destroyed, the Bone Rattlers.
Bone Rattlers have been obliterated. There is nothing left apart from the echoing laughter of thirsting gods. I love the immersion flavor writing in Warhammer.
Yeah, it's really a very thematic game.
Yeah. No, I mean, what they've created is incredible. Both with like Warhammer 40k, like Warhammer Universe. Like, I think only Lord of the Rings, I would say, has as much depth. I mean, maybe The Witcher as well, but like, still, they're not quite as grand. They're a bit different. But in terms of like coherency of narrative, they're incredible.
Yeah, I agree. There's a lot of depth to it. And I mean, I remember first being exposed to Fantasy Warhammer all the way back when it was a tabletop RPG in the 1990s, I guess it was. Can you believe that I've never played The Witcher? I own The Witcher 3.
Read the books?
I've never read the books, and I never played the games. I own The Witcher 3, but I've never installed it. So I just haven't ever had time to. Yeah, I know. I've heard amazing things about it.
Yeah.
I just don't have time for it. And I think it would be good for this channel. It's just a matter of time.
No, The Witcher. I mean, you should read the books first, because the books are unlike any other fantasy you've read. It's got like this Eastern European vibe, which I get, but for you it will be like all new, but still it's super coherent. It has a lot of like, it's an incredible book.
Yeah.
Really
I think they're on my list. I tend, ever since I became a writer myself, I tend to not read nearly as much, partly because I don't have the time, but also partly because I don't like it when the style of other authors starts to creep into my writing. So it's just a balance that I have to.
Well, I would do at least the first story of Chaucer, because the story of the writer, right, and how Witcher started is that he was about like 40 or 45-year-old guy from Poland, and he lived like the Soviet Union or whatever, and he was like a manager for import-export like agency, basically like not really doing much. And then as a bet with his son, he wrote for like a local competition. And you will see that the very first few stories about The Witcher, he basically took Snow White and the Seven Gnomes and rewrote it. And when you start reading it, I don't even want to spoil anything else beyond that, because but it's basically Snow White and Seven Gnomes, kind of rewritten in like a fantasy and like very like grim style.
Yeah. Okay,
and it's just amazing what he did. And then the first 6 stories are all like really old folk tales, like Grimm Brothers, like you will recognize all of them basically, but they are rewritten with like Witcher kind of mind. And then he got like a break, and then he started writing them, and then he started writing like the full story. But it's very unique in like the way magic is treated, the way kingdoms are treated. Like there are elves, actually, there are dwarves. So there's not too many like magical races, but it's really, really interesting how he like. It's all about like modern problems, like environmentalism, people like encroaching upon nature, industrialization, like globalization, but it's all like put into a fantasy world. Like it's very, very different.
Yeah.
It's not like high fantasy as well.
Yeah, it sounds good. I will definitely try to check them out. I just feel awful because I don't have time to do everything that I want to do.
Anyway, though, yeah.
Yeah, okay. So now, basically, the North is secure. So I kind of feel like I'm obviously going to focus on building up the defenses up here, but as early as next turn, I can start sending an army down your way to help out.
Nice. Can you make friends with Kislev and the Wood Elves?
I can try. Hang on a second here. So it
Open up a trade route.
It looks like Kislev, our relations are improving. Ooh, yes, they will take a trade agreement. Yes, that works for me. We're now trading with Kislev, and the next step for them will be to have a non-aggression pact. So that's good. And who was the other thing? The other one that you wanted
Wood
me
elves.
to look into?
Nagenhof in Ostermark. It's occupied by wood elves. I assume they didn't just occupy it.
Yeah. No, the wood
they
wood
actually
elves.
did.
The wood elves don't like us very much.
Oh, but that's not even a wood elf settlement. They just like muscled in on there because it's an Ostermark.
Yeah, that's because for being elves, that faction is one of what I think of as basically kind of an evil wood elf faction. They are that's Durthu, who is a tree, kind of like a big bad tree. So they don't really get along well with any of the order factions. They're not as bad as Chaos. I'm sorry, it's Drika, not Durthu. I always get Drika and Durthu confused. But anyway, she's she's going to be not particularly friendly towards us.
All right.
But it's okay. She's nothing to worry about. She's not going to come into the mountains and attack me anytime soon, I'm pretty sure. I do have a quest battle here that I need to fight at some point. The Dragon Cloak of Firescar. I'm going to take a look at that really quickly and just see how tough of a fight that's going to be. It's actually doable once my army's a little bit stronger. I don't want to do it with a size 16 army, but when I get up to 20, I will probably want to go ahead and do that one.
What about Zufbar? Can you confederate with them?
I think we already have an agreement going with Zufbar. No, we don't, actually. They are actually fairly strong. They're at... Oh, interestingly enough, they are at war with Cathay. It's a minor Cathay faction that they're at war with, but I'm a little surprised. I'm used to them being at war with Sylvania at this point in the campaign. Sylvania is actually only at war with one of the Empire factions. And that's surprising because I'm used to seeing them at war with more Empire factions and also with Zufbar. So, anyway, long story short, I will keep working on Zufbar, but they are not interested in anything right now. However, I can now do some trading with either Cathay or... I think I'm going to do trading with Barak Var. Are you going to confederate Barak Var?
At some point, yeah.
I'm going to trade with them for now, and then that trade agreement will go away once you confederate them. But right now, I'm prioritizing trading with other dwarfs ahead of trading with others. There's an ogre kingdom here that I could actually do trade with.
Oh, come on. We don't like ogres.
Yeah, and they're at war with the Imperials, and so I don't really want to play nice with somebody who's at war with other order factions. Okay, I'm going to trade with the Celestial Loyalists, who are a Cathay faction. They are currently at war with Chaos. So
Greetings.
this is going to get me a little bit more income, which I desperately need. And... okay, I'm pretty much done my diplomacy here. We haven't done any interns yet, have we? This episode?
No.
Okay, well, we want to do at least one intern here before we end this episode. I still need to check and see if I'm going to do any recruiting.
Not.
Not there. What about here?
Fight like a slayer, die like a slayer.
No, I'm not going to do any recruiting this turn because both of these armies are not in a good position to do any recruiting. So here's what I'm wondering. I'm going to start moving Logan Grimbrow. I'm going to start moving him southward towards you.
Okay. Can you jump over any of these mountains?
I could, but I'm I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to move him in a regular stance, and that way I can do some recruiting with him.
Yeah.
Because if you go into the tunneling stance, you can't recruit. The only thing is, if Silver Pinnacle here, the Lamian Sisterhood, if they come back into my territory, then I'm just going to have to race him back up there to defend Khazid Urkalaz until it's capable of defending itself. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and move down to here.
Doom's this way.
And do a little recruiting.
Just don't get in my way.
And then I am ready to end my turn. What about you?
I'm ready.
Okay.
Ended.
Let's do it. So I'm pretty sure we're well over an hour now. I don't want to do another 2-hour episode. That was a bit exhausting for me last time.
So Astragoth Ironhand, disciples of Hashut, Chaos Dwarves, demands a payment of 1,000.
Okay. If you say no, he will declare war on us. If you say yes, then he won't for probably another 10 turns or so. He is quite strong, so it depends on. I know that instinctively, at least for me, my instinct is always to tell him to go pound sand. But there are times where I will concede that it's better to pay them a little bit now to buy time. So it's up to you. I could see doing it either way. If you want a little bit more time, if you want a little bit more time to finish off Clan Rictus, for example, then you don't want to be at war with him right now.
Yeah.
Because he will immediately, instantaneously, as soon as you say no, he will be at war with the two of us. He is to the north.
He's going to be attacking your province.
Yeah, I was just going to say, you can leave him to me, and that would be fine with me if you do want to do that.
Well, he's still going to tie us down. I think it's better if we pay 1,000. I mean, I get like 2,500 every turn.
Yeah, 1,000 is really not bad. As far as extortion goes, that's not too bad.
Fine, I paid. That grudge will be settled.
Oh, yeah. In fact, it's just going to be more convenient for us to declare war on him at a time of our choosing.
Yeah.
Okay, the Lamian Sisterhood did not invade me this time, so that's good.
Got a quest issued. The Armor of Skaldor. Win the following battle with Thorgrim. Well, I won't read it now, but it is basically a quest battle. Gives me 500 grudges, 100 oath gold. Armor of Skaldor. Armor plus 12, ward save 10%. Enemy hero action success chance minus 10%. Melee defense plus 6 and wound recovery minus 1. Casualty replenishment I also get for 2 turns. Well, that's if I do it, and treasury plus 5,000. Where is that? Oh, wow, that's like in Norska territory.
Well, you can,
like,
but you can teleport to it for 500 gold. You can teleport to a quest battle.
Okay, Eastern River Lords are gone. All right. Well.
Okay, so my my army here of Logan Grimbrow, I'm going to keep moving him southward your way. And it looks like the fastest way to get him down there is going to be in tunneling stance.
My doom may lie below.
Do I pay 4,500 to get Mount Gunbad to level 3, which is the capital, or World's Age Archway?
I would say you do want to do that as soon as you can reasonably afford it. The reason is you will also then be able to level up that gold mine. Once your main settlement building is up to level 3, you can level up that gold mine to level 3 as well, and that gives you good income.
Yeah, that's 4,500. Fine, I'll do that.
Follow at your
Yeah, okay, that's gonna take 5 turns. I have 1 more turn and Kara's Akarak will be level 3. Okay, then I'll build the Dwarf Tinkerer's Shop for 3 turns, which gives me a discount on all other buildings and gives me a bit of income, save up some money, and then upgrade all the unit buildings and whatnot. Okay, but I'm ready to take Mount Silverspear. Well, sorry, maybe we end here, right?
Yeah, I'm just taking a look here at my my money situation. I'm in the same boat you're in, where I need to figure out where I want to, you know, spend my money.
Mm-hmm.
And I really want to be able to level up Karak Kadrin. And it's going to be expensive. It's going to take me at least 1 more turn before I can save up enough of a treasury to do it. But I think I need to do that. I need to prioritize that. All right, so yeah, let's go ahead and take an episode break here. And pretty productive episode. We fought 3 battles. We finished off Azag. What are you going to do? I lost track of what you said you were going to do.
I'm gonna take out Mount Silverspear.
Okay, all right, yeah,
second time.
Yeah, that
and
makes
then
sense.
move back into my territory.
Okay, yeah,
replenish.
so that'll be something that we can start with in the next episode, right?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. I think that's a good break point then, and I'll just go ahead and say thanks everybody for watching. Thanks again for the comments on the videos. Please continue to leave any comments that you feel like having, and we'll see you all in the next episode.
Indeed.